Hi, and welcome to my channel, the 21st Century Herbalist and the Community Builder. My name is Dr. Paul Nana, and today I'll be talking to us about one of the most powerful products, supplements of Longrich, and this one is known as Arthro Supreviver. It is a product of Longrich manufactured to promote the health of the joint. Arthro Supreviver contains certain nutrients that do about four things. Number one, they support the health of the joint. Number two, they promote joint comfort. Three, they recover joint cartilage and connective tissue of the joints. And fourthly, they boost joint mobility. In other words, they also are used to treat arthritis. Arthritis, like any medical name or word that ends with TIS, is inflammation of the joint. And when the joint gets inflamed, there's swelling, there's pain, it feels slightly warm. The area around the joint also looks reddish. And then there's reduced mobility because of the pain. There's reduced mobility at that time. Now, at the ends of the two bones that we usually have in the joint is what we call cartilage. And cartilage is what, as little children was referred to as biscuit bone. All right? It covers the ends of the bones, and in between the cartilage at both ends of the bone, you have a thin film of fluid. The fluid in the joint is known as the synovial fluid, and so this fluid, along with the cartilage, allows both to glide, to move on each other without friction, without pain. And the cartilage itself is hard, so it's not easily compressed. Now, we want to look at the main ingredients in Arthro Supreviver. Number one, you have glucosamine hydrochloride, you have chondroitin sulfate, you have ginger extract. There's also tea polyphenol, there's starch, and there's magnesium stearate. Now, looking at them one after the other, we talk about chondroitin. Chondroitin is a vital part of cartilage, and the chemical form known as chondroitin sulfate, is normally found within the cartilage. It's a product that is found within the cartilage. It is an important structural component, and its function is to provide much of the resistance to compression. So this is what prevents or will not allow the cartilage to be compressed. All right. This chemical chondroitin sulfate is usually manufactured from animal sources such as shark and cow cartilage. And so together with glucosamine, chondroitin sulfate is a commonly used supplement in the treatment of osteoarthritis. In fact, they go together. They go together in every kind of treatment, herbal treatment, even in orthodox medicine. All right. So secondly, there we talk about glucosamine. Glucosamine hydrochloride is a naturally occurring chemical that is found in the human body, but it is also of higher concentration in the synovial fluid, in the fluid that is in the joint. And so we also find out that this product, glucosamine hydrochloride, is incorporated into dietary supplements, and it is often harvested or is gotten from shells of shellfish. Glucosamine taken by mouth, it is taken by mouth for the treatment of osteoarthritis, joint pains that could have been caused by drugs, jaw pain, back pain, and multiple sclerosis, and so on. There are other joint afflictions that these two are used for to treat. Now we also have ginger. There's ginger in Arthro Supreviver. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory supplement, and it plays a very important part in reducing the swelling that is associated with arthritis. Ginger is a natural, it's a root plant. It's a root plant, and it's commonly found even around our country, Nigeria. It causes relief of pain by the ingredients in ginger, relief of pain and swelling. Like I said earlier, inflammation comes with pain and swelling, and ginger plays a very important role in relieving of the pain and the swelling. Even the compress, ginger compress, or the patch can be put on the skin over the joint, and this can also cause relief from pain and the swelling. So the ginger is not only an anti-inflammatory supplement, it is also an antioxidant, and it displays a lot of antioxidant properties and gives great relief to people that are afflicted with arthritis. We'll be talking about antioxidants a little bit later, but let me just mention that ginger also has anti-carcinogenic properties, and with the anti-inflammatory property, antioxidant properties, and anti-cancer properties, we find that ginger is able and does boost the overall immunity of the body. Then we have the tea polyphenol. The tea polyphenol. When you talk about tea, you have green tea, you have black tea, you have white tea, and about two others that are the sources of tea polyphenols. And these teas are actually from the original tea plant, a plant known as Camellia sinensis. These are the original teas. A lot of products are called teas these days. It's okay, everybody's accepting them. But Camellia sinensis was a source of, those original teas like green tea and black tea. These contain catechins, what we call catechins, and the catechins are phytochemicals, plant chemicals, and these particular ones belong to the chemical family known as flavonoids. And the most important of these catechins is what we call epigallocatechin gallate. Epigallocatechin gallate, abbreviated as EGCG. EGCG is another kind of antioxidant, powerful antioxidants, and all these antioxidants, they function by combating cell and DNA damage, And how do they do that? They do that by neutralizing the free radicals that find their way to the blood circulation and to the tissues. And what are these free radicals? In every chemical reaction in the body, certain atoms, known as either oxygen free radicals or nitrogen species, oxygen species, nitrogen species, they are released from the chemical reactions, and each one of them originally should have two electrons orbiting in their outer orbit, two electrons. But we find that some of the species, oxygen and nitrogen species, some are released not with two electrons but with one. So these are very, very highly reactive atoms, looking always for the second electron, so that they have two, so that they are paired. And so in searching for the second electron, they can get attached to a lot of things in the body. They can get attached to the cell, they can get attached to the cell membrane, they can get attached to DNA, they can get attached to even carbohydrates or proteins, so that they can take an electron from whatever they get attached to. And once that is done, once they take an electron, whatever they took it from gets destroyed. So the cells can become destroyed. The DNA can get destroyed, and indeed, when DNA gets destroyed, you have what we call mutation. The DNA begins to act abnormally. It could go into a crazy or increased kind of division, and produces a mass. Indeed, this is what causes one of the causes of cancer. The reaction could also take place inside the joint, and because free radicals are released inside the joint, they can get attached to any structure within the joint, destroy it, and cause inflammation. Indeed, this is one of those causes of arthritis. So that wherever this happens, therefore, we must have antioxidants. The function of the antioxidants is to neutralize the free radicals, is to donate an extra electron to the free radicals. So the free radicals now become neutralized and no more destructive. They are no longer destructive, no longer can cause inflammation, and if there's enough. So it's an interplay. It's an interplay between the free radicals and the antioxidants. If you have more free radicals the free radicals are more than the antioxidants, then you can have an issue. You can have an inflammation, you can have arthritis, you can have cancer. But if the antioxidants outnumber the free radicals, then the arthritis, the inflammation, that cancer that was building up could be checked, in a very very early, and prevent destruction or any kind of disease. And there are other functions of the tea polyphenols. And when we talk about the tea polyphenols, or whatever we have in green tea, because this is the sole source of the polyphenols. Other functions could include lowering of the risk of cardiovascular diseases, lowering of the blood level of cholesterol, and prevention of the formation of blood clots and prevention of the formation of plaques that get deposited in the walls of the arteries. And when that happens, they form what we call atherosclerosis, which can reduce the lumen of the artery. It could get to a point where the blood clots that have been formed will not be able to pass through. So there's a blockage. There's a blockage of that artery. And once that happens, the area supplied by such an artery becomes ischemic and dies off. It happens often in the heart vessels, the coronary arteries that supply the heart. We also have, as function of the catechins, lowering of the blood pressure and prevention of stroke. If you have plaques reducing the lumen of the arteries, if you have it removed by the use of Arthro Supreviver, then you can prevent things like peripheral vascular resistance, which could have led to blood pressure, and also you can be preventing things like stroke, a complication of the blood pressure. And together, all the ingredients, they help to boost the immunity of the body. All right. So you find that apart from considering certain other diseases that may accompany the primary disease that a Longrich product is produced to take care of, you also have these products coming with additional ingredients that would also boost the overall immunity of the body. So the Eat Longrich product is not produced to take care of one condition. It is produced to take care, yes, of that one condition. It takes care of, certain other conditions that may be closely related to what is being treated, and also in producing these supplements, the Longrich scientists have also added other ingredients that boost the immunity of the body. I think, therefore, that you can't really say that the product as constituted is too expensive. No, it can't be too expensive. You see, because it could be taking care of at least five diseases. All right. We are talking about Arthro Supreviver. It takes care of the arthritis in the joints. It takes care of cardiovascular diseases, like I said a moment ago. Not only that, of build-up of cholesterol, formation of blood clots, formation of and deposition of plaques on the arteries. It boosts the overall immunity of the body. So we could be presenting to you, therefore, Supreviver, for the management of 5 different conditions in the body. Thank you very much.